Life can feel so serious sometimes, like a bit of a chore. Whether you're on the path of awakening or not, we can take life so seriously and just put all our efforts into striving, trying, fixing, completing, and we miss the opportunity for real freedom. So awakening is all about liberation. And liberation is just necessarily involves fun. And if you've been on the path of awakening for a while and you've been practicing for a while, you might notice there's a bit of a lack of fun on this path. It can feel so kind of intense and self-reflective and bumping into conditioned trauma, conditioned sorrow, all of these aspects of ourselves that we're trying to be free from. And that's okay, that's necessary, but it's also necessary to play. We need to fuel our hearts with joy and bliss and play, as well as exploring sorrow and grief and loss and craving and greed and all these things. The tricky thing is, most of us have forgot how to play. I know I'm kind of relearning really as I go on in life. So play, as we get older as adults, play's kind of seen as a bit of a frivolent waste of time. Or if we do play, it's in order to win. Like, I've got to win, I've got to be competitive. Whereas you might remember when we were children, play never really had that. It was just play for play's sake. It was this inherent, joyful curiosity that wanted to live. It just wanted to live quite naturally. I was chatting to a friend yesterday and we were talking about making mud pies. I don't know if anybody's ever made a mud pie before, but basically getting a pile of mud and just piling it up into a fake pie on the ground. This was the kind of thing I would do as a child, quite naturally and free, just playing with the environment and seeing how I can be with it and it can be with me, with no real desire to get anything out of it. Just this natural, free-flowing dance of experience and play. But we kind of get that smashed out of us, don't we, by the modern world. Like, be serious, get a job, become something, become successful. And all the while we don't see it, but we're having that open, free, blissful, available nature just shrink and shrink and shrink, and we become more and more unhappy. So I guess I'm trying to encourage both in you and in me to invite play and joy and fun into our lives in general, and especially on the path of awakening. If you find that you've been wrestling with really intense feelings and emotions and inquiry sessions and meditations and all that stuff for many, many months, why not have a break and see if you can find some simple joy in life? The point of life is not to engage really seriously on an awakening path forever. It's to live. It's to live with freedom. So we need to taste that freedom. And that freedom is so more fully tasted when there's play in our lives. So, play looks different for different people. But yeah, explore what that might mean. I guess what I've been exploring is being out in nature freely and maybe engaging music and art with that process. That's just me. But having fun. I went to a festival recently, just a low-key festival with some music in a field. I had not done that for ages. And it's like, oh yeah, this is just simply brilliant. Like, it was just so directly enjoyable. Like, there was no complication, there was no achievement. It was just visceral, momentary experience and dance and freeness. And yeah, it was really lovely. So if you're on the path of awakening, well, in life in general, but especially if you're on the path of awakening and things are getting a bit too serious, give yourself the opportunity to have a little bit of fun.